Hey, what's up, kids? What's up, Valeria? Cesar? I'm sending out text messages right now reminding everybody to get on live. Hola, Andrea. Hey, Gabby. Hey, Marie. Chris, Amy, what's up, y'all? Natalie. All right. I'm just sending out my messages, letting everybody know that I'm on live right now. Some of y'all have to wake y'all up. All right. So we're giving everybody a couple more minutes. Benjamin, we're gonna do simplifying expressions today, but I'm gonna show you after I do the 5th grade version, I'm gonna show you the 6th grade version too. All right. I'm just send out a couple of more texts, let them know that we on live. Some of y'all be having multiple names and all of that, so you'll be like, Mr. Add me on Instagram. Like I did add you, but you got I don't know how many different names. What happened? There's only 10 people. I had 20 people in here. What happened? All right, make sure y'all hit the like button too. Yeah, it was like 21 people in here. Then they left. I guess they don't want to grade. All right. Again, we're gonna do simplifying expressions today, and then I'm gonna show you the 6th grade version of simplifying expressions. All right. So how y'all doing today? All right. I gotta make sure that I'm actually asking y'all questions. How y'all doing today? Ain't nobody got time to be playing with Mariah, man. Either she want the lesson or she don't. Valeria, what's wrong? You said bad. What's wrong? Everybody's sleeping. Y'all need to go to sleep at night, bro. Hey, hey, Brianna. I went to sleep at 2:30. Why? I ate and I slept at 1 o'clock. I'm not a morning person. Jacayla, please wake up. It's not even morning. Yeah, you crazy, Chris. You right. It's not even morning. All right, let me get started. All right, you ready? We're gonna go ahead and get started. Then I'm gonna teach you the sixth grade version of order of operations too. All right. But right now, this is the fifth grade version. Let me bring you close. All right. All right. What's up, Daniel? I see you. All right. So we're gonna do simplifying expressions again, and then I forgot last time I taught it to you. I didn't tell you the sixth grade version. So today I'm gonna show you the sixth grade version. All right. So let me wipe out this camera. Make sure we good. All right. The problem is 5 times parentheses 9 plus 5 parentheses minus 48 divided by parentheses 8 plus 4 parentheses. All right. Now the order of operations, I'm gonna write it on the side. Please bring me donuts, Aunt Sally. All right. Parentheses, brackets, multiply, divide, add, or subtract. When you get to multiply or divide, you go from left to right, and then you go add and subtracting left to right. All right. Gabby, I'm going to teach the fifth grade, and then I'm going to teach you the sixth grade version. I'm pretty sure Miss Harris didn't do the sixth grade version of it. All right. So I'm gonna do the sixth grade version. All right. Now, the first step is parentheses, and since you have two parentheses, you have to do both of them. All right. So 9 plus 5 is 14, and 8 plus 4 is 12. All right. That's the parentheses part. All right. Now I can write the rest of the problem out. I don't need this anymore, but I do need 5 times in front of it minus 48 divided by, and then I have 12 on this side. All right. Now, I don't have any brackets, so I go to multiplying or dividing. I have a multiplication problem right here, and I have a dividing problem right here, which means I won't do the subtracting until after I'm done. So it's multiplying or dividing left to right. So the next part of this is 5 times 14. All right. Well, 5 times 10 is 50, and 5 times 4 is 20. So 50 plus 20 is 70. So 5 times 14 is 70. All right. Now I put the minus sign. Now 48 divided by 12. Because I'm done multiplying, now I have to divide. 48 divided by 12 is 4. All right. Now I'm done with dividing. Now I have no adding, so now I just have to subtract. 70 minus 4, and the answer is 66. All right. If you're wondering what question this is number 1 on page 25. All right. So if you have your Star Masters book, this is page 25, number 1. All right. This is the I do problem. All right. I'll give you about 30 seconds. If you got your book in front of you, give you about 30 seconds to write this down. I'll erase it. Gabby, just hang in there with me. I'm going to show you sixth grade. Since you say Miss Harris already taught you, then you should be able to tell me what exponents mean. Because if it's sixth grade version, she already taught you exponents. All right. Now, the we do problem is number 2 on page 25. All right. Let me type it in. Number 2 says 7 times parentheses 42 minus 22 parentheses plus 32 divided by 4. All right. Now, and then this is just the I do and the we do. All right. Now, it's the same order of operations. It's still parentheses, brackets, multiply, divide, add, or subtract. All right. So in here, you have no brackets, but you do have parentheses. So the first thing you do, 42 minus 22 is 20. All right, so I'm done with this part, so I can cross it out. But I do have 7 times in front of it, and I have plus 32 divided by 4. All right, so again, my parentheses is gone. I have no brackets, so that's gone. But I do have multiplication, multiplying or dividing. So I have a multiplication problem, 7 times 20. Then I have a dividing problem, 32 divided by 4. I must do these before I add, right? So 7 times 20, 7 $20 bills is $140. All right. Now, 32 divided by 4 is 8. Now, that's multiplying, that's dividing. Now I'm left with adding or subtracting left to right. Now I just have to add them together. And 140 plus 8 equals 148. All right. Again, these are simple simplifying expression problems. That's page 25, number 2. Yes, it's going to be a grade. When you go back to school, yes, you will turn in the books. Just so you can know. All right. So don't lose that book. Please do not lose that book. All right. Now, I'm going to give you your independent practice. And then after I give you your independent practice, I'm going to teach you the 6th grade version of simplifying expressions. Okay. It's going to change up a little bit. All right. So for your independent practice, if you have your books, just do page 26 for independent practice. All right. So let me type it in. Independent practice star master page 26. Now, on page 26, there are only 4 problems, okay? Again, I'm going to try to keep the number of problems down, okay? Any questions about the 5th grade version of simplifying expressions before I start doing the 6th grade version? Any questions about 5th grade version? All right, say nope. They don't have any questions. All right. Now, again, Benjamin, it's going to go by fast because we're just reviewing. This is just reviewing because when we stopped going to school, y'all was already done with the lessons anyway. So we were already reviewing in class anyway. All right. Now, in 6th grade, they're going to call it order of operations, okay? Let me erase this. In 6th grade, it's going to be called order of operations. If you're in my class, I've already called it order of operation because I want to get you ready for 6th grade and I want you to be used to calling it by its right name, okay? All right. So the order of operations is still parentheses, but now it has exponents. Then it has multiplication, dividing, adding, and subtracting. They call it PEMDAS, PEMDAS. Parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, or subtract. All right. So the only thing that you don't know so far is this part right here. You don't know what the E means. You don't know what exponents are. All right. So Mr. T is going to teach you what exponents are. I don't care who disliked my page. That's okay. They can dislike it. I don't care. But thank you anyway, Daniel. Exponents, right? An exponent equals a number times itself. All right. Again, this is the 6th grade version. Okay. So an exponent is when you have a number times itself. So let me give you some examples, right? If I have 2 with an exponent of 2, that is the same thing as 2 times 2, which is the same thing as 4. All right. Now, in your order of operations for 6th grade, they're going to have numbers that look like this. They're going to have a number and then a number raised up like this. This is an exponent. It lets you know how many times you got to multiply that number. Okay? So, I'm gonna give you some practice with exponents, and then I'm gonna put some exponents in your simplifying expression problems, okay? All right, let's get some practice with exponents. All right, again, an exponent is a number times itself. All right. Again, this is sixth grade. I know a couple of my sixth graders are actually online, so they'll be able to tell you what it that and what an exponent is. All right. Now, let's say I have 4 to the second power, right? Well, 4 is the main number and 2 is the exponent. 2 tells me that I need to multiply 4 times 4. I need to see that number 2 times. So 4 to the second exponent is the same thing as 4 times 4, because I see 4 2 times. All right? Which is the same thing as 16. All right? Again, these are exponents. All right? Chris, it's not 4, it's not 8, it's 4 times 4. All right? An exponent is a number times itself. Okay, Chris? It's not adding, it's times itself. All right? Now, don't worry, Chris, you're only in 5th grade. This is a 6th grade lesson, so let me help you out. All right? Now, let's say I have 2 to the third exponent, right? 2 to the third exponent. Remember, an exponent is a number times itself. So I need to see 2 times itself 3 times, right? So 2 to the third power is the same thing as 2 times 2 times 2. All right? So 2 to the third power is 2 times 2 times 2. Well, 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2 is 8, which means 2 to the third power is equal to 8. Okay? All right, I'm going to do a couple more with you, and then I'm going to put them into the simplifying expression. Okay? All right, let's say I have and I want y'all to remember, exponents are multiplying, not adding, okay? An exponent is multiplying, not adding. All right, so we're going to do some more, Benjamin. Let's say you have 5 to the second power, right? That means I need to see 5 being multiplied times itself, right? So 5 to the second power is the same thing as 5 times 5. How many times am I multiplying 5? 2 times. All right? So 5 to the second power is the same thing as 5 times 5, which means 5 to the second power is the same thing as 25. All right? Good, Cesar. All right? Good, Chris. All right? So I want you to know that the big number is the number you're multiplying, and the exponent is how many times you're going to multiply that same number. Okay? That's all it is. It's not that hard. All right? So let's say I have 10 to the third power, right? 10 to the third power is the same thing as 10 times 10 times 10. All right? Now, when I was teaching area, and I told y'all that area is square units, and you had that 2 up there, and you like, Mr. Trahan, what does that 2 mean when area has square units? That 2 is an exponent. That means 2 numbers were multiplied to get that answer. All right? And remember when I told you volume is cubic inches, right? And you had that little 3, Volume has that 3 because 3 numbers were multiplied to get that number. That's what that means. Okay? So I see Chris and I see Cesar. The answer is 1,000. You're exactly right. Because 10 to the third power is the same thing as 10 times 10 times 10. How many times are you multiplying 10? 3 times. Right? 10 times 10 is 100. 100 times 10 is 1,000. All right? Good. So, does anybody have questions about exponents right now before I start putting them into the simplifying expression problem? All right, Chris, say 2 more examples. All right, Chris, I got you. All right, we'll give you a couple more. Let's say 2 to the 4th power, right? You say, Mr. Traham, how do you do 2 to the 4th power? Well, 2 is the number you're multiplying, and you need to multiply it 4 times. All right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 to the 4th is the same thing as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. All right? Now, 2 times 2 is 4. And you got to write the rest of the problem. 4 times 2 is 8. And then you got to write the rest of the problem. And then 8 times 2 is 16. So 2 to the 4th is the same thing as 16. Okay? All right, one more, Chris, and then we're going to move on, all right? Again, these are called exponents. An exponent is a number times itself, right? So the big number is the number you're going to be multiplying, and that exponent is that little small number that's in the corner. That's how many times you're going to multiply the big number. All right. Let's say 3 to the 3rd power. All right. So 3 to the 3rd power is the same thing as having the number 3 multiplied 3 times. All right. 3 times 3 times 3. All right. Yes, Robert is correct. The answer is 27. All right. Chris, 3 times 3 is 9. And 9 times 3 is 27. Robert is correct. All right. All right. Take your time. I know y'all speeding, my little Ferraris. Slow down. All right. Just take your time and multiply it out. All right. Cesar, I understand how you got 18. You did 3 plus 3 and got 6, and then you did 6 times 3 is 18. No, it's all multiplying. All right. So just take your time and slow down. Okay. All right. Again, this is called exponents. These are exponents. All right. Good, Mariah. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a couple of 6th grade order operations problems that's going to have exponents in them, okay? And then we'll get a couple of practice, then y'all be done, all right? All right. And I will do I'm gonna do a YouTube video about exponents, but it'll be later. It'll be after I have my baby. All right, or after my wife had a baby. All right. So now I'm gonna write some sixth grade problems of order operations, and I'm gonna put the exponent in the problem, okay? All right. I'm gonna start off easy. All right. I'm gonna go parentheses 14 minus 2 parentheses to the second power, that's the exponent, plus parentheses 20 minus 2. All right, is everybody ready? We're going to start out real easy, okay? Now, the order of operations is, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, or subtract. All right? Now, parentheses means solve the two parentheses, right? So I have two parentheses. 14 minus 2 is 12. And 20 minus 2 is 18. All right? So we have solved the parentheses part. Now I have exponents. There is a 2 right outside the parentheses, right? So that means since this parentheses is 12, I have to do 12 to the second power, right? Plus that. So it'll be this. So the next part is to do the exponents, which is 12 to the second power. Now, 12 to the second power is the same thing as 12 times 12. I need to multiply 12 two times. And 12 times 12, you already know, is 144. Right? So 12 to the second power is 12 times 12, which is 144. Now 144 plus 18 will give you your answer. Right? 144 plus 10 is 154. 154 plus 8 is 162. That's the answer. 162. Good, Cesar. All right. Now, the only difference is this exponent, that 2. When you have that 2 up there, that means you do the parentheses and then you do it to the second exponent. That's all. That's the only difference. All right. So let me give you another one. All right. Again, this is sixth grade order of operations. All right. Let me see. Eight times parentheses 14 plus 4 parentheses minus 2 to the second power. All right, everybody good? All right, so let's look at the problem. I have parentheses in it. I have my exponent. I have multiplying. There's no dividing. There's adding and then parentheses, and then there's subtracting. All right, so parentheses is always first. All right, so in my parentheses, I have 14 plus 4. Well, 14 plus 4 is 18. All right, so I don't need this anymore. Now the rest of the problem is times 8 on this side and minus 2 to the second exponent on that side. All right, now after parentheses are gone, now I have to do exponents. The exponent I have is 2 to the second power, 2 to the second exponent, which means 2 to the second exponent is the same thing as 2 times 2, right? Which is 4. So this part right here is 4. All right, so I have 4 right here, then minus, then 18, then times 8, right? Good, exponent's gone. Now I'm on multiplication, right? 8 times 18, right? Well, 8 times 10 is 80. 8 times 8 is 64. So 80 plus 64 is 144. And 144 minus 4 is 140. Good, Cesar. You're exactly correct. All right, I see Cesar getting the hang of it. All right. Now, again, this is order of operations, but this is the 6th grade version. The 6th grade version will be parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, or subtract. All right. The only difference is the exponents. And all you have to do is remember, an exponent is whatever number times to the second power, to the third power, to the fourth power, whatever it is. The exponent is this number right here. The little small number that's in the top corner, that's the exponent. All right. So you take the big number, and whatever the exponent is, that's how many times you multiply the big number. That's all it is. It's not that hard. Chris, they don't use brackets that much in 6th grade. But if there is brackets, you'll do parentheses, then brackets, then exponents. Okay? Any other questions? Miss Lino, if you're still in here, I got your homework that you emailed to my email. Thank you for that. All right. Daniel says no questions. Thomas says no questions. Anybody else? Again, I want to remind you, an exponent is a number times itself. All right. The big number is the number you're multiplying, and the small number in the top corner is how many times you multiply that big number times itself. All right. So I want you to remember, for your Star Masters, we already did the I do problem was number 1 on page 25. The we do problem was number 2 on page 25. And the you do problem, or your independent practice, is page 26. All right. It's only 4 questions. All right. All right. Any other questions before we go? I see you, Benjamin. All right. All right. If there's no other questions, I just want to remind you that so far we are scheduled to come back on May the 4th. All right. But I will let you know if we don't. If they push it back, I'll let you know. I'll be on live tomorrow at 12. All right. Yeah, Benjamin, you can always go back and rewatch it. Okay. I'll go on live at 12 o'clock tomorrow. Okay. And then you'll have your weekend free. Then I'm gonna go Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday on live because Thursday I'm having my wife is having our baby. All right. So next week I'm gonna do Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. My wife's having the baby on Thursday. So I'll be at the hospital Thursday and Friday, okay? Um, you say you don't get number 3. Is that number 3 on the independent practice? All right. All right. So if you have your independent practice in front of you, I'm gonna do number 3 real quick. All right. Then we can go. All right. So number 3 on your independent practice, all right, is this one right here, number 3. All right. Number 3, it says which expression below simplifies to 18. So they gave you 4 problems, right? But only one of them is going to equal to 18. Crown Tail, what are you confused about? I'm explaining number 3 on the independent practice. Uh, for Angel Perez, we're on page 26. Page 26 is the independent practice. Okay. We're doing number 3. Someone had a question about number 3. Okay. So on number 3, what they have is they have 4 different expressions, and they're asking you which one is equal to 18. All right. So I'm gonna write down A first. This is A. A has 8, then a bracket, then parentheses 4 times 5, parentheses plus parentheses 18 divided by 3, parentheses brackets minus 20. All right. So that's A. Anyway, let's move on. I have somebody's messing up, trying to mess up my live stream, asking me questions about why I'm teaching on YouTube. I'm on page 26. All right. 4 times 5, because we're doing parentheses first. 4 times 5 is 20, and 18 divided by 3 is 6. All right. So these are the answers to the parentheses step. So I don't need the parentheses anymore. All right. But I do need bracket 8 plus bracket minus 20. All right. Now, I don't have any exponents, but I do have my brackets. I'm sorry, this was the sixth grade version. So next is the brackets. The bracket says 20 plus 6, which is 26. All right. So the answer to the whole bracket is 26. All right. But since this number 8 is right outside the bracket, then you know that part is next. And anytime we have a number right outside the brackets, that means multiply. All right. So 8 times 26, right? If you go off to the side, 26 times 8. Well, 8 times 8 is 48. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 2 is 16. Plus 4 is 20. Right? So 8 times 26 is 208. So you can cross that out. And 208 minus 20. The answer is 188. All right. I don't know if y'all can hear me. I don't know if it's going in and out. But the answer is A. Which expression below simplifies? I'm sorry, which one simplifies to 18? It's not A. You can cross out A. I'm looking for the one that equals 18. This one doesn't equal 18. All right. So basically, all you have to do is go down and solve each one of them one by one. That way, you can figure out which one is 18. All right. I just got rid of one of them for you. I got rid of A. Okay. All right. So all you got to do is do B, C, and D. And whichever one equals 18 when you solve it, that's the one that's the answer. Okay? Any other questions before I go? All right. All right. We good? All right. You can always inbox me on Instagram, or you can send me a message on my email. All right. If you have any questions, or when you send me your work, if you say, Mr. T, I don't understand number 2 or something like that, I'll text you back. Okay. I'm gonna type in my email again, like I do every time, and then I'm gonna also put it on my IG. All right. All right. That's my email, and then I'm gonna put my IG. All right. All right. So I've got my email and my Instagram on there. So if you have any questions, just send me your homework, take a picture of it, and if you say, Mr. T, I don't understand number 4 or whatever, just let me know, and then I'll get back to you and I'll help you, okay? If there's nothing else, man, I love y'all. I don't want to keep y'all too long. I love y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow at 12, okay? All right. Peace.